Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. It's that time, Tarot Time with Cindy. We are going to do a general collective reading. Gonna get back into, I think and I feel that there are a lot of deeper messages in the Starseed Oracle deck. I haven't used it in a long time, and I find decks, kind of like the cards, they have energies and messages sitting in them and they're waiting to be tapped into. So we're going to go back into this deck again. I want to see. This is so interesting. What is your energy? Your energy is the weight of the world. Letting it go. It's not yours to carry. I feel like you're releasing responsibilities. I'm going to laugh because this card was very relevant in the extended for the other collective reading that I did. But this is actually the energy. This is you're holding the weight of the world here. But it's wanting to let it go, not to carry it anymore. You don't want it to be yours to carry. There could be something here that you have. It could even be some type of information. And holding on to it could be really like burdensome. What are you struggling with? The cosmic heart, devotion, potency, make your life a moving prayer. So there's something here within your heart that I feel you're struggling with. Is it have something to do with the weight of the world here? Or not carrying something? There's something about like this is, it's not yours to carry. So even though it's your energy, like there might be something heavy that is impeding you or that you're feeling kind of like on a regular basis here. Maybe it's responsible for other people or in some way that you've taken on a responsibility of some sort or information that you have. But this, I want to say to some degree, it's just letting it go. It's not yours to worry about. You shouldn't have to carry this. But the thing that you struggle with though is your heart. It could be having a responsibility here and just recognizing that, you know, maybe this is someone who you've been trying to help or someone that you have been compensating where they have not been showing up in life. And it's like, you know what, this is not my responsibility. I am not responsible for you. You could love this person very much. You could, whether that's like friendship, romantic relationship, family, anything like that. But it's almost like the devotion. That you're struggling with the devotion that I feel like your heart, like maybe your heart is even telling you, or you feel like God is asking you to hold on to some responsibility here. What greatness about yourself do you not see? Perspective. None of this matters. Zoom out, common ground. Well, that's really great. So that's that card came through in the extended too. It was weird. I'm just kind of like giggling to myself because as a reader, like I've noticed energetic shifts in the extended readings and even how they relate to some of the collective ones since I created the membership on my channel for people to see extendeds. Because anyways, I think people are seeing more extendeds than they used to, and it's fascinating because I've seen the shift energetically as a reader. It's kind of fun, to be honest. Okay, the greatness about yourself that you don't see is your actual perspective here. I feel like you can also realize that there's things that are going on and it's just like, it doesn't matter. It's not necessarily important. I need to let it go. You have a different perspective than a lot of other people. Okay, as I'm saying that, in the same area when I did the other collective reading, I was saying God is kind of saying, the universe is saying, you're a lot more patient than most of the people I deal with. So there's also here the greatness about yourself that you don't see is a perspective. Like you can look at things and find the common ground with other people. You can look beyond all of the little tiny problems perhaps, and you can see how all of us are interconnected in our own special way. But regardless of how you want to really describe it, in its simplest terms, the greatness about you is your perspective. You see things beyond the mundane. And maybe that's it. You're like, fuck it, man. I don't need to carry this shit. It's not my problem. But, so, the struggle, though, is the heart. I want to say it's your empathy, too. Your empathy. I feel like I'm picking up on someone who doesn't get too caught up on a lot of the little or big conflicts, honestly, that go on around the world or in your immediate environment. You may also not allow yourself to get pulled into other people's problems. It's not to say that it's easy, though. That's the thing here. So I kind of like that you have this, because I think that there's a level of empathy and emotion that you carry for those around you that are going through problems. But you're kind of like, you know what, it doesn't matter. It's just, let it go. Don't worry about it. None of this is going to matter at the end of the day anyways. Huh. Very kind of free spirit energy. What that you can tap into right now that benefits you? Oh, your star ancestors. Wow, this is interesting. Hidden secrets, lost wisdom. Look a little deeper. Well, he's like, you don't give a fuck what's going on in the world right now. She's like, to some degree. I mean, I feel like to some degree, you're like, I really don't care what's going on in the world. That is actually the great thing about you. You might care about something much more broad in a universal sense. And when I say universal, I really mean universal. I don't mean like when they say like universal healthcare or something like that. And you know it's only in your province or your state, or not really universal. Are they going to cover you if you go to, I don't know, another star system? Probably not. That's not really universal. But if you go universal here, you tap into information that is much more wise than perhaps what you see and you're experiencing here on planet Earth right now. Crack it open, baby. Jump in and crack it open. You have jump in. Andromedan energy, adventure, say yes to change. Cracked open, rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life. Curious. This looks to me almost like somebody who's jumping into, like if you look in someone's eye, I want to say it's almost like you trigger an awakening event or an opening up of this person. You might even be cracking off your own like human shell here, but the human shell that is kind of created through whatever like society, however you're living, like cracking that open. Jump in. Look at the adventure in life. Say yes to changes. Don't fret. Don't worry. The cosmos are coming out of you. The cosmos are coming out of you. And this would be really beneficial to let the cosmos come out of you. So let's see with the tarot. The weight of the world. Why do you have to carry that? You don't have to carry that. That's what you're saying here. I don't have to worry about these fucking problems. I can let my mind go. Maybe some of you like to spend like time floating in the water. The weight of the world. Oh, the Nine of Wands. Let it go, honey. Let it go. Look at this. It's a long time. I feel like some of you might even be people that are moving away from, you know, having been perpetual worriers or fretters and not doing that anymore. I'm really laughing. I'm inside. I'm laughing. Inside. Because I'm sure I did another set of collective readings, and there was something in the reading. I don't know if it was a week ago, a couple of weeks ago, whatever it was. And it was, there's a lesson here that you need to learn. You need to just stop doing this. And then the next collective reading, I was like, I looked at your energy, like, oh, you stopped doing that. It's like literally like, yeah, that's it. And I'm just laughing because in the extended, this was connected to it. It's kind of like, yeah, I'm not going to worry about these problems. They're not mine to worry about. I want to say God is also asking you to do that because this is the energy that is really beneficial to you. I would help you right now. It's a benefit to you. Is more cosmic, hidden secrets. Don't worry about the world. Just let it go, honey. Let the world go. Tap into something more divine than what you see going on around you. Now, here's the other, this is what also looks interesting. Some people might be like, why are you not worried about what's happening? Or, right, you see this person is all beat up and exhausted. I'm just going to float here. I'm just going to float in the water. I love going in the water because it even blocks out all the sound, or it muffles it, or it makes it. It's almost like in the water, all your senses become alive and triggered, but also dampened in the same thing, in the same way. It's like in the same breath, I guess that's what I'm trying to say, at the same time. So people looking at you without having a care in the world is also what that looks like to me. Because this one individual is looking at the person just floating around. I'm not going to worry about anything. Oh, look at you with no worries. So, but then what are you struggling with? The cosmic heart, devotion, potency, make your life a moving prayer. Maybe it's translating, like when you can take moments here and you're not worrying about what's going on in the world. You're not trying to worry about things that you have no control over. There are times when you do struggle, though. I don't know. Let's see. What is this? The Four of Wands. Make your life a moving prayer. I kind of want to see the things that you know that are sort of like cosmic and divine truths. They may not be appearing physically in your life. You may not see these manifest physically. You may, at times, also struggle with, okay, here's a good example. So, like making your life a moving prayer, and don't worry about all the problems in the world. But I feel like you struggle with it, though. I'm not going to lie. Even though, like, the way the two cards play against each other, it does. For some of you, I feel like it's other people observing you not being worried about things that they are all worried about. I do feel like, though, it's something that you've struggled with a long time, like worrying about the world or feeling like you need to save the world or feeling like there's something that you need to do here that's going to help the world be a better place. But at times, it's like you dip into where you know that there is a bigger plan. You know that there are amazing, beautiful energies, and what you see going on around you is not actually the real truth. But there are times when you do struggle with this, right? Because you may not be seeing it in your own life. There may be people that you're close with, and you're like, wow, you're not divine at all. What's going on? Like, what is going on with you? Why are you behaving that way? Why are you doing that? Why are you worrying about this? And this could be something in like your own very personal relationships with the Four of Wands. Now, it could also be, some of you could be struggling with your identity connecting spiritually through a religion, right? Like it's just like a church. It just looks like a place of worship to me. And applying it. So, okay, so where I was going to go with this is like I have my own set of, like it's a combination of prayers, an incantation, and affirmations that I go through every morning. And there are certain things that I go into because I know some days are going to be easier than others in certain areas of life. So I'm always thankful that I'm here, that I have this day. I'm thankful that I have the opportunity to always work on and strengthen my courage, my own, I can't even remember all the things that, maybe I'm not supposed to share it, I don't know why, I just kind of went blank. But anyways, it's like, right, like making that a moving prayer. Because it's one thing to say, I'm going to be courageous today. I'm going to be courageous. No matter what happens, I'm going to be courageous and I'm going to walk gracefully through the challenge. It's one thing to pray it. It's another thing to live it. That's what I'm getting here. Like to make your life this moving prayer. That's just part of being human. Because I don't know about you, sometimes I'll go through stuff and then I'll go, oh, that was one of those tests. That was one of those tests. How did I do that? I don't know. I think the more we become more self-aware, like to be able to look at ourselves in the past, and I'm like, okay, next time. It's almost like, you know, if you walk through the house and you have someone else who lives with you and they like to do every once in a while, they go hide somewhere and they pop out like, scare you. It's almost like, okay, I'm not gonna react. I know, because I know they're gonna be behind one of those. So you think to yourself, okay, next time they're not gonna get me. It's kind of like that. I don't know. Maybe that's very simplified. It's like, I knew you'd be there. I'm cool. I can handle it. So what is the greatness about you that you don't see? Is your perspective. The Knight of Wands. This is interesting. I want to say there's something playful about this. It's positive. I feel like the Knight of Wands is also positive energy. It's playful. It's playful and positive. Now, also, that's going to be Sagittarius, and Sagittarius is connected to philosophy. Right? And you could see, like, with a philosophical perspective. So I don't know who some of you are, but you might have a philosophical perspective in things. And when you look at things more philosophically, as opposed to, I don't know, maybe factually. But what are facts? Facts can be very distorted on planet Earth. You find common ground with others. So symbolism, right? There could even be the symbolism in something. So maybe, let's say you and another person are on two different sides of something going on, right? And instead of you just holding strong on, this is my side of this story, and then they're like, this is my side of this story, and, you know, butting heads, conflicts, the weight of the world. And so this is also what you don't see about yourself, that you have this. So maybe even lean into it a little bit more, and that might help to make your life a moving prayer. Let's look at the bigger picture here. What is really going on? Like, if you see things this way and I see things this way, like trying to find the deeper meaning in a situation, as opposed to just what your ego believes is the wound that is being applied to me right now, and this is how I need to react, and then their wound is being applied that way and they're reacting this way, but that would be all very subconscious. So this is a greatness about you that you do not see. Your perspective. And the Knight of Wands is very philosophical. Okay, so, all right, now having said that, what would be really beneficial to you right now is the star ancestors, your hidden secrets, lost wisdom, and look a little bit deeper. It is that philosophy. That's the thing that you don't see. Oh, look. Oh, looky, looky. Looky. The High Priestess. Well, damn. But how do you do that? What do they got to do? I don't know. To look at remove the responsibility. Okay, so that's the one thing. Is take away the responsibility that you feel for the world. Let the world make their own decisions here. That's the other thing, right? By having a more philosophical perspective, and if you're being asked to tap into deeper hidden wisdoms and knowledge, this allows you to, I want to say, if anything, to get past the struggle area, to see the deeper meaning in the experience, as opposed to just feel the experience. Well, I feel this way about this experience, so that must be why. That must be that this experience is good. Or I feel this way about this experience, so that must mean this experience is bad. It's just an experience. The Magician. Well, that's really cool. The Magician with cracked open. The Nine of Wands. I do, okay. No, I'll pick up a deck and then I'll start talking again. I think it activates downloads. I'm not sure. The Nine of Wands, though, too, I feel like there's other people maybe kind of walking away from you. They're like, you know what? I want to talk about. I want to approach this with how this makes me feel, and because it makes me feel this way, this is a bad thing. Yeah, that's not my problem. Because this looks like it's walking away from this person just floating there. So I wanted to say that. Like, why do you not feel this pain? What's wrong with you? The Nine of Wands. The High Priestess, the Page of Cups, and the Eight of Swords. Wow. Because there's a different way to see things here. Right? Like, through hope. Okay, how do I want to say this? Okay, I think there's a couple of different things that I want to say in this. It feels like to me, with these cards that have come out, it is through hope we can see beyond the obvious in our lives. And then I kind of want to also, like, I want to play devil's advocate in this, because I also see this in another way. It's, you know, if you have rose-colored glasses, or you just imagine life as a pretty picture, you might miss the bigger picture, because there is a dark and a light to everything. And we can look at it as good or bad, but honestly, it's just an experience, particularly from a kind of a cosmic spiritual level. That's the Nine of Wands. The other thing I'm getting here is not to be overly, so this is you, this is your energy. It's okay, so you will not be overly invested in trying to necessarily find the deeper meaning. I know that might sound opposite to what I've just been saying, but hear me out. You may not be overly invested in trying to understand the deeper meaning of things that you just know I can't understand. I don't know. I don't know why people do that. I don't know why that happened. I don't know. That's the other thing that I'm kind of getting with that. Like, it's almost like the answer does not need to be something that your ego feels comfortable with. Especially with philosophy. Because philosophy really, actually, you know, to be honest, I feel like the world is missing a lot of philosophy at this point. But anyways, the weight of the world. So maybe this is coming forward, like, for all you to put your little philosophical caps on. The weight of the world, the Two of Pentacles and the Hanged Man. It's not your problem. I don't know. It's like, it's not your problem. It's just not your problem. There you go. You got permission. It's not your problem. But wait. I'm going to do it again. I'm totally devil's advocate in this. Because it's almost like, well, you might be aware of what the struggle or the balance is. But with the Hanged Man, and this is what you're being guided to do. I mean, because that's very High Priestess type energies, getting into that Neptune stuff, is the answers that you seek do not come from what you see in front of you. You must close your eyes and see beyond. You're struggling with your cosmic heart. The Four of Swords, the Nine of Pentacles, the Four of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles. That's interesting. The cosmic heart. Something to do, well, maybe. Okay, I think this is like looking after yourself, and maybe you've even found yourself in a position that is very comfortable, and you're seeing other people suffer or struggle here, and you're trying to like, you can't, honestly, you can't fix everybody's problems, and none of us can be responsible for the world. I really do feel like you're very empathetic. Some of you may even receive sort of rewards from the divine through like work that you do or the attitude that you have. And sometimes, you know, I don't know, there might be some guilt here. So the Four of Wands. The Sun landed on the Knight of Wands. The Sun and the Six of Wands. I'm picking up the energy of someone here that I think is maybe quite blessed. And there might be people around you who aren't, and they're really struggling. Because there's rewards here with the Sun and the Six of Wands. If that's not it, it is still, I mean, they haven't, because it's such a wonderful energy, it's, right, and it is the struggle between, like, having a prayer or having a vision for your life, and then actually being created three-dimensionally around you. But that's the struggle. It's almost like, but that's not, I want to say to some degree, that's not maybe even real, the three dimension. I always have this vision that our souls are like up in like a gaming area. And we've all put on these virtual reality things and we're down here like, but to go into that virtual reality, we forget where we came from so that the game is played in a way that has like real meaning. Otherwise, if we knew that our souls were just in a little, kind of like a virtual reality, experiencing this game. It's just a game. Because there's something going on here in this reading where the difficulties going on around in the world are not your problem. And the difficulties maybe even that you see in your own life. I mean, it's not to say that you shouldn't be proactive in bettering your life. That's not what I'm trying to say. So, but there's things that we have control over and things that we don't. And there might be things that, well, because I've prayed for this or I've done this, shouldn't I get that reward? Or why is my life a struggle? Or why is this person's life a struggle? Whatever, right? Well, I guess it's up for the universe to decide. You struggle with these things. I want to say you struggle kind of maybe like on a humanitarian level. You're learning to set boundaries also. Greatness about yourself that is unseen that you do not see. Your perspective. None of this matters. Maybe the angle of your perspective doesn't matter either. Perspective. None of this matters. The Four of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles. That's greatness. I don't know. I feel like you don't really get hung up on, you know, if you feel like that there's something here that hasn't worked out perfectly, it's okay. Like you're very, it's kind of funny. You're very practical, but yet you also have the Knight of Wands. So tell me about the Knight of Wands. Where the hell did that go? Oh, there it is. The Seven, oh, whoa, I love this. The Seven of Cups and the Three of Cups. Okay. No. If somebody's missing the point, whatever that point is, because it's kind of like the higher cup, right, with the Four of Cups, you can take a kind of a practical approach here to show somebody a different way of looking at something, to take away their confusion, to maybe even help them make a decision, help them see something that they couldn't otherwise see clearly, and everybody comes together and celebrates. Like, it's like you can do this. I don't know who you are. Like, you can bring people together where otherwise maybe like there's too much weight going on between these people. There's too much conflict, or there's too much different perspective. You can bring them together. You might even be able to strengthen other people's desire for seeking out different solutions to life. So, star ancestors, this is what, if you tap into this, is beneficial for you, right? And it comes with a high priestess. So, what are the hidden secrets you might find? Oh shit, shit. You got the Knight of Wands, the Ace of Wands, and the Star. I don't know. There are like deep downloads waiting for you, I'm telling you. It's time to download, collective. It is time to download, my friends. Big time. This is the kind of energy like that I feel like at times I would tap into that kind of reminds me of, let's say, like Paul McCartney or John Lennon or Einstein, or like so many different people, where they get this big grand idea that nobody else envisioned yet, and they see it and they do something with it. You got the Star card with the Star ancestors. Chase philosophy, chase expression. This Ace of Wands is such a perfect kind of philosophical and creative energy as well, isn't it? I mean, really tapping into all of the possibilities and expressing it in so many different ways. Maybe through music, maybe through poetry, maybe through art. Painting a picture. So we go back there. Painting the picture led to the Eight of Swords. Because the other thing that I want to say with the energy of hope, because the Page of Cups can be my hope card, is that a hope, how do I walk this line carefully? Because hope can be an important thing to have. But hope, if we're talking philosophically here, hope is basically saying that the energy that we're in right now is bad. So I hope for something better. But by having hope, it can blind us. Maybe it doesn't get any better. I don't know. I'm just human too, having a human experience. But I tap into this energy once in a while. Okay, I'm just going to go with it, Spirit. I just got to say, as a reader, all these years, that I have really learned that what we think we need and what we think we know, or no. And we've got that virtual reality thing on here, and we're so caught up in the physical. I mean, the best thing for you is not to be caught up in the physical. There's that High Priestess energy. King of Pentacles, Eight of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, and Temperance. You get rewards in the physical. It's crazy. It is. It's like, what is it saying here? It's saying to me that the less you try to build through the parameters that you think you know in the physical, the more, so the less you try to do that, the more you actually build in the physical. Right? So if you're like, I'm just going to look at things and be really practical here. And through that practicality, through the knowledge that I've gained, it's not to say that those things aren't important. I'm not discounting that. But in this instance, how this reading is coming across is that creativity and philosophical energies are going to bring much greater rewards, much more stability and balance. And it's funny that I say balance, because one of the things that I said in this reading, I said, I feel like our world really lacks philosophy. I have felt that for I've kind of felt that ever since I understood what philosophy was, actually. I'm like, well, there doesn't seem to be a whole lot of it in our world at this time. So, well, maybe we should. Maybe this is a heads up for me too. Do stuff a little more philosophical, Cindy. Well, there's the new plan. Maybe that is. The Seven of Pentacles. New plan. I am going to go to the extended, but before I talk about that, I am going to say that I was kind of noticing through the zodiac readings this week that collective energy kept bleeding through, like, big time. And I find when that's happening, like, I'm being shown to kind of do something. I'm leaning towards it, to maybe just take if it's just a week off of the zodiac and do collective readings. I took a big break from zodiac for quite a while last year, and then I just felt like I needed to get back into it, and I really was, and I'm almost, I just have to go where spirit guides me, and I'm kind of feeling like, it's not that I'm going to abandon that, I'm not. I love doing the zodiac. It might just be for a week. I just feel like that there's something here that the universe wants, that God wants to talk to you guys about. So I have a feeling the coming week is going to be collectives. But anyways, we'll see how I feel when I sit down to actually do that, how that actually unfolds. If you wake up Monday morning and there's Aquarius, Pisces, and Aries, you go, what? It didn't happen. So I'm going to go do the extended. In the extended, I'm going to ask, what past experience still holds you back? How can you overcome this hold back? And what unexpected plans or events does God have coming towards you? Thank you so much, everybody. Until next time, be gentle with yourselves. Bye.